I actually like the music in 5 more. My wife is asking me which music do I like more, Street Fighter 5 or Street Fighter 6. I actually like the music in Street Fighter 5 more because it is rock, and I love rock music. It's pretty catchy and it's really well orchestrated. Like, all the music in Street Fighter 5 is fantastic. However, what I like about Street Fighter 6's music is that it has a certain chill vibe. So I love the lobby music more in Street Fighter 6. And the reason why is that as much as I love the music of Street Fighter 5, sometimes because it is rock music, I get tired of it. And it's like, I would rather just have a more chill music. And so one of the things that I would like is that, like, I prefer my menu settings, because you spend a lot of time in menus in fighting games, whether it's inherently or not inherently, and I always like the music to kind of fit with the theme of what you're playing with. So I prefer the music in Street Fighter 6's menus more because it's more chill, but it's not too chill. It's like a little laid back. It isn't obnoxious. There have been multiple times when I'm playing Street Fighter 5 where I have to actually turn down the music in the lobby, and I'm like, this is just too much. It's beautiful, it's well orchestrated, and it's really exciting, but it's too fucking intense, and I have to turn it down for a little while. While I love it during the match, because the matches, it makes the battle so much more fun. That said, there are certain songs in Street Fighter 6 that I don't particularly love. I don't love it. Some of the music I really do like. I think JP's song is really good. I wonder if I have access to it. Actually, I can. Let's go through some of the songs real quick here. Okay, so this is JP's song. JP's song is really cool. And it fits the boss theme. It feels like a boss song. Yeah. And I love the piano in the background. Yeah. I think this might be like my favorite song in the entire game, and it's not too overwhelming. Like, one of the big things about certain boss fights is that they can get too orchestral, and it can be really epic, but the issue at hand is that the music sometimes feels out of sync with the fight, and I do think that's a problem. Now, if I go to, like, Jury's song, for example, let's change. This is by far, like, one, I think, not only the best fitted, like, the best fit song, like, the song that fits the best for the character, but I think it's one of the funnest ones. Come on now. I hate it when it does that. And I think what's nice about the music in Street Fighter 6 is that's not too intrusive, but I do feel like a lot of the music in this game is a little too safe in certain areas. I do think that, like, Jury's song is really good, and it fits her because the song feels somewhat chaotic. It's bouncing between a lot of instruments. And I think that the song is really well paced. Yeah. The songs, my biggest gripe with the music in this game is that it loops too much, too soon. I don't mind it. I don't mind, you know, music looping a little bit, because you do want your music in fighting games to loop. But this one loops too frequently, or not just this one, but the music in this game loops too frequently. So a lot of times I kind of feel like the music is just not really well paced. I don't hate the music, but I don't love it either. I think people like ragging on. There's been a segment of players that rag on the music in this game as it sucks, and I'm like, it doesn't suck. I just don't think it's great. Ryu's song, I think, is probably my least favorite by far. It's not great, and this doesn't sound like a Ryu song. It just doesn't seem like it much at all. I don't think this is Ryu's song. Yeah, it's not a bad song by any means. But my issue with this song is that I forget it really quickly. Like, as soon as I hear it, I recognize it. But when I'm off of my own little world, I forget about the song. It's a really forgettable song. I don't hear it much in my head at all. It's just really safe. I don't think they're bad music. I just think that the music in this game is a little safe. And I think I like Street Fighter 5 a little bit more. Exactly. It feels like more like a Street Fighter song, not a Ryu song. Definitely a lot more hip-hoppy, which I do appreciate. I just don't feel like it fits with Ryu very much. Who's another character? Start with Luke. This is a bad song in my opinion. I don't like this song at all. This is a training mode song, and this is Luke's song. This guy, the main guy on the screen, this is his song. I would have actually expected Ryu's song to be his. That would make more sense. I don't like this song at all. I feel like it's really training, like it feels like a training mode song. It doesn't seem like a character specific song. I don't think it's great. So I don't hate any of the songs in this game. I don't really hate them. I just don't like the way that they selected the music for each of the characters. It's one of those things where I would have had stage music and then character music, which I'm sure they have, but I don't think that they fit very well. I think there could have been a little bit better about that. Jamie's song fits him. This one makes sense. His like very bubbly personality, it makes sense. It's very smooth. Yeah, it's a great way to describe it. It's very smooth. But I actually like this song a little bit. Now that I'm listening to it, I actually really like this song. This one's got a jam to it. This might be like a really good one. Yeah, like a really good one. I think this is a good song. Yeah. And it feels like a fighting game song a little bit. This one I could see. So I would say this one's definitely on the better side. Who else? Manon, let's see Manon's. I don't even remember Manon's music. Minon. I don't even recognize this song. I don't think I've ever heard this song. Got an interesting jam to it. I don't know. It feels like a Mall of America song. It feels like a mall song. I feel like I'm in a mall. I mean, in the right stage, it'll work. It definitely fits her. I definitely see it because she's a model. She's a supermodel who turned fighter. So I can definitely see it fitting. I don't love this song either, though, for a fighting game method right now. It's definitely gotten better here at this segment, but I'm not digging it that much. I'm not feeling it. Definitely she's very girly, but I would say, I mean, it fits her, so I can't deny that, but I'm just not digging it. It's not, the way I judge music is whether I feel emotions out of it. If I can feel something, like an emotional connection to the music, then I like the music. And I'm not getting emotions. I feel like that's something I'd hear in the mall. Kimberly, let's see what Kimberly's song is. She could be a mall girl. I mean, she is a model, so. I like this song. I like this song. This is a good song. This is how you do like a really well-paced fighting game song. Especially with techno. This is good. This is very good. Definitely fits the personality too. I do think it works really well. However, you like it? I like it. Yeah, I do think this is a good song. Welcome back, Paper. It's good to see you. It's got a lot of light notes. Yeah, actually, now that you pointed that out, Yeah, it's good. It's combined with a really good bass, so it's like it's got a good tempo. Again, it does exactly what I don't like with a lot of the Street Fighter 6 music, which is it loops too soon. I understand why it loops, but I do think that the music loops a little too soon. They could have added like at least another 30 seconds of music in the game. Because one of the things that I will say, like, my favorite music by far, aside from Guilty Gear Strive, would probably go to Tekken 7's music. But there's one problem with Tekken 7's music. Tekken 7's music is too fucking long, so you never hear the whole song during the fight. So you do need to loop the song at a certain point. But I do think that this one loops too soon. The music in Tekken 6 loops way too soon. This is a good song. This is a good song. Yeah. I mean, it fits her, but I also think that it's a good fighting game song. It reminds me of something I would hear in SNK's music. It reminds me of Terry Bogard a little bit. It feels very Terry Bogard-ish. But it works. But again, my major complaint with the music in this game is that it's so safe. It doesn't really do anything that's really ambitious and something that's really, you know, goes out there. See, this reminds me of something I hear from Terry. That build-up especially, that's something I hear from Terry. See, I'm feeling emotions with this song a little bit. I'm feeling my foot like lift up and down to the beat. That's a good sign. So I like this song. But it is still very, very safe. It doesn't take a lot of bold steps. Let's listen a little bit more. Maybe it might sell me a little bit more here. I know it's gonna loop real soon here in about 10 seconds. Right here, it's gonna loop. I can already predict when it's gonna loop before it loops. Right here. It looped. Again, if they added, I would say if they added 15 more seconds before they looped, it would be perfect. Because the thing is, like I mentioned before, you don't want your music too long. If it's too long, like Tekken 7, it never loops, so you never hear the full breadth of the music. The matches end within about 2 minutes. But the thing is that with this music, it loops too soon, so it misses opportunities. But I also, like, again, my major complaint, I can overlook the looping, but I do think that it just is a lot of safe music. I think the only one that they took a lot of risk on was JP's music. Oh, I think this is, I'm not feeling much from this. This is Lily's, or she's the one on the left. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling. I do like the horns out. Yeah. Like that big banner. I do like that. Again, you with this strike, I'm not feeling it entirely though, because it feels generic. Too safe again. Let's see if it picks up here. Laura? Oh yeah, it does feel like Laura a little bit. Like Laura Street Fighter 5. Yeah, I do see it. I like what they're doing with some of the instruments, but I just feel like it's too safe. And it looped. Okay, we looped. Yeah, I'm not digging it. The best word I can describe it as generic. I can't say it's a bad song. It's not. It's a decent song. But this is something I would hear that's like supposed to be like non-copyrighted, really generic kind of music. It's kind of picking up a little bit here. And then it dropped back down. That was a missed opportunity. So I don't love it. Again, I'm not too impressed by that one. I think it's a little generic. JP's is by far, I love JP's song. It's really good. It feels like not just boss song, I would actually put this on the upper echelons of even boss music, because one of the big problems with boss music is that it's too much sometimes. And sometimes slowing down the music can be really, really good. It can be really good. And this is good. Like using the horn, the trumpet I think they're using here. The trumpet that they're using is doing most of the heavy lifting. And it's really, really good. It's really good. It's not only does it sell JP's personality, but it sells you the boss vibe. And that light piano music going on in the background. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm having fun. I'm having so much fun with it. Yeah, I mean, you bring up some great ideas, so I'm like, oh, now I want to think about it. It's got a very regal structure to it. I really like the song. I think this is by far my favorite song. Like, I think this is #1. It's so good. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to being bold. This song is bold. It tries a lot. Okay. Move on to the next one. We already did juries already. Let's go to DJs. Let's hear DJs. Okay, now I'm starting to really like it here with that giving me a little bit of Hawaii vibes there with that whatever that instrument is doing that noise. I don't know what that instrument is. I don't know what the instrument is, but I kind of like it. It might be a trumpet. I still feel the same complaints about this, though, with the other music. It's safe. It doesn't take a lot of bold steps. It's okay, but I feel my feet moving a little bit here. Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely a fun song. I don't love it, but it's okay. I don't hate it by any means. I would say it's okay. Yeah, I mean, it does loop a little too soon compared to the other songs, I think. It might loop at the same time, but it feels like it loops sooner. Oh, Cammy's actually, if I remember correctly, she's got a pretty good song. Yeah, it's very Cammy. It feels like a Cammy song. Oh, it's starting to get interesting there. Now I like it. This is good. This is great. That's what I'm talking about, being bold. You know, you can have the music fit the personality and it starts slow, but like escalate like that. How it like slowly gets more and more interesting. And then it loops. Yeah. But I like that. I don't mind that it loops all the way back down to the bottom like that and starts slow again. That build up to when it gets exciting is really, really good. Again, if they just added about 10, maybe 15 more seconds of interesting music, when it builds up, it would be great. It would be fantastic. But I do think that this might be one of the strongest songs here. It's definitely a fun song, and I really like it. This one doesn't feel like it kind of feels safe, but not so much. I think they took a lot more bold choices here, especially when it builds up. Yeah, I like this song. That's a good song. That's a good song. Cammy's works. We already did Ryu's earlier. Let's do Honda's. I don't remember Honda's at all, which is probably not a good sign. I don't fight that many Hondas. It's gotta actually get a good start right here. Oh, it's losing me as it goes. It's getting boring. Oh no. And that's that beat that keeps popping in. It's coming in too frequently. It's breaking the pace. Oh, it's starting to get somewhere. The word generic is starting to pop back in my head again right now. Ooh, that was cool. Oh, I like that. Oh, this is getting good. Oh no, it looped too soon! No, you build up all of that tension and you let it go? Why? That's a big disappointment. That let it go. Oh no. It's a good song and then it lets it go. I'm not feeling this one that much. I'm having conflicted emotions about it. I really kind of want to like this song, but it gets interesting and then it lets it go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If it had that extra 10 more seconds, it could have gotten really interesting. See, I love this. From here on out, I love it. It gets interesting. Well, it builds, doesn't it? Yeah, it starts. Yeah, it starts building from here. Yeah, well, I think they have two phases. They have the standard phase, and then they build a little bit. Like, there's a transition part, and then they loop, but the loop is slightly different. And then they have, like, a big finish, and then they loop the whole thing all over again. It's right here is where it gets interesting. This is fun right here. I'm gonna increase the music a little bit here for you guys. Like, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I can't help myself right now. I'm having fun. I kind of derail myself, yeah, but I can't help it. No, I don't care. I'm having fun. It lets all that go. It just lets too much of it go. There's so much potential there, then they let it go. Yeah, we still haven't got to Chun yet. Ooh, this is good. That was cool. It sounds like someone climbing, yeah. I wouldn't have guessed they would have picked this for Blanca too. Oh, I'm digging this. Dude, this is bold. This is what I'm talking about. And it's building. Wow, even Blanca's feeling it. Oh, I love what they're doing with the vocals back there. Oh, I like that. See, I can feel my foot tap into this. I'm feeling like emotions out of this. It's still a little safe, but this is the right way to do safe. Ooh, that was cool. I think it may have looped. Yeah, it looped. He's having fun. What they're doing with the vocals there is fun, though. See, I feel like this is what, who's the other character? I think this is what Lily's song was trying to go for, but I don't think it pulled it off. I don't think it did it the right way. Guile, let's hear Guile's. Yeah, because, like, Lily's song comes off so generic that I just don't love it. Oh, I kind of dig this. I mean, it feels like a Guile song, definitely. Okay, here's the problem with the song. The longer I listen to it, the more I'm losing it. It's kind of boring. The problem with the song is there's not a lot of building going on right now. It's kind of doing the same tone over and over and over and over again. It's starting to drop it for me. Okay, that got interesting. It's gonna do that same problem where it builds and loses that momentum. And it looped. Yeah, it was starting to build momentum ever so slightly. I don't like this song. I'll give it a little bit longer to listen to, but I don't like this song. The problem is that it does the same tone for too long, and it loses me at a certain point. And then because it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I don't mind hearing music that does that to a certain level, but then you got to do a little bit more to like elevate the song and create, you know, a bit of an escalation, if not escalation, at the very least a tune like a shift in the tone of the music. And I don't feel like it ever achieves that. It feels like it's always playing the same melody over and over again in some form. At the very least, what it definitely feels like is that I just feel like I'm going nowhere. I feel like what I'm watching is just two people staring at each other in epic combat. And it's just it definitely kind of represents Guile's playstyle. Just staring at you. Sonic boom! It's just you, Guile. Guile, it's not me, it's you. I don't know, it's not doing it for me. Here, let's see your Kens. Oh yeah, I recognize this song because I hear it so damn much. I feel like this song should have been Manon's. I think this would have been better suited for Manon. It's kind of okay. Oh, now it's getting interesting. Oh, I like this. Yeah, this is in a lot of my matches. It was about to lose me there for a little bit because it started singing on like it was going over and over again, but this got interesting now. Yeah, now it got interesting. It got funky.
I don't have time to play.
Oh, that was cool. I like that. Giving me a little bit of Daft Punk vibes a little bit. It looped, didn't it? It looped.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, I've heard this song a lot. I would say it's okay. I don't love it. It got a little interesting, but it's also a little bit simple. It's not very, definitely wouldn't quantify it as bold. It's very safe. But I don't hate it. Chuns. Definitely heard this a few times. This one sticks with me a little bit. Yeah, this one's a little bold. A little bit. Maybe not. Maybe the word bold was not the right way to describe it. It's a little generic, but yeah, I'm not digging that there. That vibe. Oh, I want to like it, but it's losing me slowly. This song feels like it has an identity crisis. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. I don't like this song. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah. I think that vocalization that's going on there is ruining it. Yeah. It throws off the feel of the song. I don't mind that, like the thing with the techno that's going on there is that it's a little bit generic. No, it is generic. The Chinese melodies that you hear in there every so often, I feel like they're mistimed a little bit. At the very least, what I don't think they do is that they don't do enough with it. This one has an identity crisis. It's doing a lot of things, and I'm not digging it. See, it gets interesting here. Then it lets it go. No, I'm not loving it. I'm sorry to say it, Chunny. Let's hear Geef. I think if I remember correctly, Geef had a pretty good song. I think I remember it from the trailer. Yes! This is good immediately! Ooh! That's bold! I like that. Oh yeah! The Geef! Let's go! Oh, I love this song. This one rivals JP for me. Oh, that is so fun! It does a tempo shift. Like, it changes the format of the song now. And it just got more interesting. It got even more interesting. Perfect time to do the loop. This is actually perfect. It goes into something interesting, yeah. This is how you do the loop perfectly. This was fantastic. As a matter of fact, what it did is that when it changed tempos like that, it brought the music down. So that way, when it actually like elevates itself, the music starts elevated again. Like it feels like it's got a higher beat to it, like a higher emotion to it. Oh, I love that. Yeah, there's definitely some violin in there. Oh, I like that. And that right there ends that segment of the song, so we begin a new transition into the song. Oh, that's so fucking dope. Let's go, Geef. And it loops. That is fantastic. Oh, that rivals JP's for me. I think him and JP's right now. Let's hear Dalsum. I don't got high hopes for Dalsum. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I'm not loving it right now, but it's kind of interesting. It's definitely interesting. It's losing me slowly, though. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I feel like this is getting in the safe territory. Not bold. Definitely not bold. Oh no, it's losing me. So the music is... I think this song is still better than like Luke's song, for example. I even like it more than Ryu's song. However, it is too safe. It is safe. It's not bold, but it does the safe music parts better than like the Chun-Li music. Like the Chun-Li music really has a massive identity crisis. This one doesn't have an identity crisis. It knows what it is. It knows what it wants to be. But I do think that this song is a little on the safe side. A little too much on the safe side, actually. This is safe. Not very bold. And there's times that you want music like this, like safer music, to mix and match your music, but I'm not loving it though. This one's okay. This is one I would say it should be in the game, and it's okay. Yeah, I'm not digging it entirely, but it's okay. It's not. Again, none of the music in this game is bad by any means, with the exception of, I hate to say it, Chun-Li's is the only song that I actually think is bad. But everyone else is either okay, with the exception of like Geef and JP and maybe Jury. I think the three of them have fantastic songs. I think Jamie's is good. Luke's song is good for training mode, but not for a character song. That's a terrible song for a character song. But it is good for a training mode, so I can't hate it entirely, so it's okay. Kimberly's good. I don't love it though. It's good though. It's a good song. Same thing with Marissa, I think. Cammy's is a good song, but I don't... No, actually, that's a good... Again, I don't want to say it's actually like great, because the problem with the song is that it's a good song. No, this is a great song. Yeah, this is a great song. It's definitely Cammy's. No, this one actually is like... So the first half is very safe, but it gets bolder as you get to the end. So I would say this is a good song. That's how you want to make music for fighting games. You want to build it. You want there to be a bit of an escalation, because the matches kind of eventually pan out that way. They build over a period of time. This one gets bold here. So this one definitely works for me. I like this one. Yeah, this one's good. This one's good. So I would definitely say Cammy's, JP's, Heath, and who's the other one? Jury. And Kimberly's. They're great songs, but I feel like... Here, let me bring down my volume a little bit here for you guys. Okay. So... I do feel like the music in this game is a little bit too much on the safe side. Like literally, I do feel like Guile, Ken, Honda, DJ, and Marissa, Jamie, Luke, even Minot, they're all decent songs. They're good songs. But I don't love them. I forget them as soon as I leave the game. No, Kimberly's is pretty good. but I also kind of, it doesn't always stick with me. Sometimes I remember it, and sometimes I don't. JP's I remember when I leave the game. Like when I'm off and doing my own thing, I can find myself humming that song. Yeef, so good, actually fantastic. I think he has the best song in the game. He actually beats JP for me. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeef has a fantastic song. It's very bold. But like Guile, Ken, they're all decent music, but I don't love it at all. Same thing with Dalsum. Very, like it's generic and safe. It's not bad music, but I don't find myself humming to myself about the music at all. Chun-Li's is bad. Chun-Li's is the only bad one. It has a massive identity crisis. Yeah, the music in this game isn't terrible. So if you ask me like which game I prefer most, I prefer the music in this game over Street Fighter V. But I like the music more in Street Fighter V. I prefer this in a fighting game more because the music is more balanced in this game. There are times where I am literally overwhelmed with the music in Street Fighter V, and I'm like, it's too much at a certain point, and you need a little bit of balance in the music, and I think this one does it better.